What's up, everybody? Skyler here. So I'll just get right to the point. Should you be in a relationship? Should you be single? In my opinion, I feel like if you're a young man, under 25, under 30, you should definitely be single for a fact. For a few reasons. Number one, well, actually, let me say my reasoning for why I'm single. I'm single because I'm trying to build a business. When I'm in a relationship, I tend to put my all in. I tend to put my all in. So if I'm in a relationship, then of course, I'm probably gonna, uh, take time away from building my business and building skills that I want to build. And that's gonna eventually hurt me in the long run. So I'm not in a place right now to be in a relationship. Which is, I think, a lot of people too. That's probably watching this. You probably aren't in a place to be in a relationship, but yet you still are. And there's probably a number of reasons why. I think one of the main reasons why a lot of men are in a relationship is because, you're probably scared to be alone, which is really unfortunate because, back in the days, a couple hundred years ago, at the minimum, us as men, we would value our alone time. We would spend great lengths of time alone, not only because there was like not that many people out here in the world. If you're wondering, I'm out here in my local park just taking a walk. I think everybody should be out in nature, especially since summer is winding down. Enjoy nature while you can. I'm just out here walking with my dog. Hi, Griffin. So, but yeah, you should be in a relationship. You shouldn't be in a relationship, if you're scared to be alone. That's a really weak ass reason to be in a relationship. You know, I don't see why you would be scared to be alone. Maybe you're scared of your own thoughts. Maybe, it's just, you're afraid if you're alone for a great period of time, you're going to be alone forever. Trust me, that's not the case. You should value your alone time. And that's with women and with friends too. Don't spend too much time with friends because then, if they're bad friends, then eventually you're going to be just like them and you're not going to succeed in life if they're not succeeding in life. So you only, you're around the five most people. So, but yeah, don't be afraid to be alone. It's good. It's good to be alone. It gives you peace of mind. I'm out here in the woods just walking with my dog. I have peace of mind. I feel good. So don't be afraid to be alone, guys. Okay, so and another reason why you'd be scared to be single is because the girl that you're with is probably super bad or she's probably pretty, and you're scared that she's gonna be around other men and fuck other men if she's single. Now, obviously that's probably the case. If you have a girl that's like a 7 or 8 and above, nice body, beautiful face, then obviously she's gonna be fucking other guys. And you just got to get over it. That's nature. I would consider a man who's in a relationship for that reason alone, I would consider him like a cock block, one of the biggest cock blocks there is. You're preventing your girl from living her best life because you're scared, because you have such this emotional attachment towards her that you can't stand her being alone and being with other men. Now, when you guys eventually do end up breaking up, which, I hope the best for you if you're in a relationship, but more than likely if you're in a relationship for that reason, just because she's bad and you don't want to fuck on the man, it's probably not going to work out anyway. When you guys do eventually break up, she's going to wild out. If you guys are together for 5 or 10 years just for that reason alone, then that girl is going to have sex with a lot of men. And it's not your fault necessarily. It is your fault for being with her because based off the fact that you don't want her to fuck other men. But she's people have needs. People get horny. She probably been wanting to fuck other guys for some time now, but out of respect for you, or just because she's not a bad person, she's not gonna cheat on you, or maybe she did. Who knows? But when she gets out that relationship, just be prepared for some fucking going on. She's gonna be doing a lot of fucking, and you just gotta ignore it. Just keep on moving with your life, because you caused it, buddy. Sorry to put it to you like that, but you caused it. Okay. So another reason why you should be single is because you're probably broke. you probably don't have any money. Now let's be real. If you're making under $40,000-$50,000 a year, you know, like even $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, that's not, you know, probably your dream amount of money. But if you're making anywhere less than that, you're probably working some bullshit job or some job any person can do. You're probably not starting a business, or probably not in your business yet. You know, your business probably hasn't got off its foundation yet. Either way, if you're making less than $40,000, $50,000 a year, then, you know, in all honesty, most parts of the United States, that's considered broke, or considered, you know, less than average, or, you know, poor or lower middle class. You know, especially with inflation going on, the value of a dollar is going down and down every single day. You know, you need to be making more than that. And, you know, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're making this amount of money anyway, because let's be real, most relationships are based on money. I'm not trying to call women gold diggers or anything like that, or trying to just throw dirt on all women's names, because obviously there's some good women out there. But for the most part, you know, you two, the couple that you guys can't be in the best position for a happy relationship if both you guys are not making money. Now, let alone if you have kids, that's a whole nother story. That $40,000-$50,000, that's chump change with kids. You know, daycare and hospital fees and eating and going out and clothes and food, and yeah, that $40,000-$50,000 a year, even if you guys are both making that, you know, it's really nothing. It's nothing in all honesty in the grand scheme of things. You know, Christmas, holidays, birthdays, you know, that's not even including the stuff you have to spend on yourself. So, you know, if you're making that much money, and you have kids, then you better pray. You better pray or something. But yeah, you know, you shouldn't be broke in a relationship. That's number one. You know, you should be where you're at. You should know what your purpose is and be pursuing that purpose. And if you're not at the position you want to be at in life, then you shouldn't be chasing a relationship. That's just the God honest truth, because you're just bringing both her down, bringing yourself down, and both you guys are bringing the relationship down. You know, I'd say a good price range to be in a happy relationship. I'd say you have to be making at least 6 figures a year, you know, $150,000 a year, to be happy. You know, obviously money doesn't bring happiness. We know that, you know, but, you know, money does bring stability. Money does bring opportunities. So, you know, you can't your opportunities are limited with the amount of money that you have. You know, so if you're in a relationship, and that's not even including the stuff that I mentioned, all the kid stuff, that's not even including the stuff that you two are supposed to be doing together, like preparing for marriage, I guess marriage, or, you know, or going on dates and stuff like that, or, you know, buying each other presents and stuff like that. But life is expensive. People really don't think about it, but life is pretty expensive. So you better, you know, be in a place where you can do things you want to do before you actually pursue a relationship. Otherwise, it's kind of like moving one step forward, 8 steps backwards. You know, I know you're happy. I know, you know, you like the consistent pussy. I get it. You know, sometimes chasing women isn't for everybody, but it should be you at least for a small period of time. You know, yeah. So that's my take on that, guys. You know, just consider what I thought. Obviously, you know, if you're living with your girlfriend or something like that, obviously start thinking long term. Start thinking about getting your affairs in order. If you guys have like an apartment together, got a lease. You know, most apartment leases are about a year. So, you know, start making a year-long plan of how you're gonna get your shit together, how you're gonna move out, how you're gonna leave, and start thinking about your life. You know, start thinking about, pursuing that business, you know, open up that business. I'll probably make a video about different kinds of businesses you can make with little to no money. I'll make a video on that later on, but as for now, you know, start thinking of some ideas. You know, don't just start a business because you see money in it. Start a business because you actually like what it is. It's your passion. It's a hobby that you like. You can turn nothing into something nowadays out of anything. And like I said, I'll make a video about that later. But yeah, you know, definitely take what I say into consideration. All right. Hope you guys are having a great and productive day, and I'll get back with you later. Peace.